We are starting with the audio test. This is CMF Phone 2 Pro versus iPhone 16 Pro. Both Pro version, different price point. You got a cheaper CMF Phone 2 Pro. You can buy 4 CMF Phone 2 Pro for a single iPhone 16 Pro. We got triple camera setup on both phones. 48, 48, 12 megapixel on iPhone 16 Pro and 50, 58 respectively on CMF Phone 2 Pro. I think that's it for our quick audio test. Let the battle begin. On the widest portrait mode, you have a stronger colors and contrast on the budget CMF phone, while you have a natural looking tone on iPhone 16 Pro. Also, the white balance is a little bit warmer on iPhone 16 Pro, which some people might prefer over the dull looking natural tone of CMF Phone 2 Pro. But in terms of bokeh, we got bigger bokeh balls on CMF Phone 2 Pro. On 2x, same tendency as 1x, you got brighter and better exposed image on CMF Phone 2 Pro. Looking at my shirt, but my inside shirt is actually maroon, which is more accurate on iPhone 16 Pro compared to the competition. Again, warmer look on iPhone 16 Pro. We may have more details on the face on the flagship iPhone compared to the budget CMF phone.
3, 2, 1, go on and lose your minds.
We also have portrait zoom on both phones. 4x is the closest for CMF Phone 2 Pro, while we have 5x on iPhone 16 Pro. Both are really sharp and detailed. We may have better details on iPhone 16 Pro, but we have beautification on CMF Phone 2 Pro. We have 3 focal lengths on iPhone 16 Pro and we have 4 focal lengths on CMF Phone 2 Pro. I really like the selfie of both phones. I think you got better exposed image on CMF phone, while you have a natural looking portraits on iPhone 16 Pro.
2, 1, go on and lose your minds.
Alright, now this is the vlogging test using these two phones. The first difference here is the cinematic. You have cinematic video blur on iPhone 16 looking at this area, while we don't have this on CMF Phone 2 Pro. We also have the cinematic video blur on iPhone 16 using the selfie camera in 4K 30 FPS. I'm not saying iPhone 16 Pro is so much better than CMF Phone 2 Pro. We have to adjust our expectation. This is a budget mid-range phone, CMF Phone 2 Pro versus a flagship phone, iPhone 16 Pro. But we're missing on this feature when we're buying CMF Phone 2 Pro. Now, vlogging using the regular video of both phones, we have 1080p 30 FPS on CMF Phone 2 Pro versus 4K 30 FPS on iPhone 16 Pro. In terms of video quality on the vlogging, we have a stronger look on CMF Phone 2 Pro versus the natural looking tone on iPhone 16 Pro. I think that's it for the selfie camera. Now let's check the rear. Now we're testing the rear camera starting with the ultra wide. So 4K 30 FPS on iPhone 16 Pro and 1080p 30 FPS on CMF Phone 2 Pro. We have a wider FOV on iPhone 16 Pro at 0.5x versus 0.6x on CMF Phone 2 Pro. In terms of video quality and details, of course, the 48 megapixel of iPhone 16 Pro will be better compared to an 8 megapixel 1080p resolution of CMF Phone 2 Pro. Now, this is the main sensor test. This is 4K 30 FPS on both phones. We have a 48 megapixel sensor on iPhone 16 Pro versus 50 megapixel on CMF Phone 2 Pro. Now, if you're not vlogging using the ultra wide or the telephoto, I think you can consider CMF Phone 2 Pro because of the video quality. 1/1.57-inch sensor on CMF Phone 2 Pro. In terms of details, I really like the details on both phones. Look at the quality on CMF Phone 2 Pro. This is a budget phone compared to a flagship, right? Skin tone, I like the skin tone on iPhone 16 Pro. A bit warmer. This is natural looking on CMF Phone 2 Pro. But again, in terms of details and the background blur, both phones are really good. Checking my face, not so bad on CMF Phone 2 Pro in terms of the main sensor. I will consider this phone. Now, this is the biggest difference between these two phones. 5x telephoto on iPhone 16 Pro versus 2x on CMF Phone 2 Pro. Both are telephoto. We have dedicated sensors for both phones. But in terms of reach, you have better reach on iPhone 16 Pro. I'll get closer and move back. Again, I think you have better reach on iPhone 16 Pro. But let me know in the comment section below, which field of view would you prefer? Like a shorter 2x or 5x? Now let's check the image quality. On the image quality test using the ultra-wide, iPhone 16 Pro is crushing the shadows looking at the trees, and CMF Phone 2 Pro exposed them better. Also, I like the colors on the sky on CMF Phone 2 Pro. It's bluer compared to the purplish look of iPhone 16 Pro. iPhone is wider than CMF Phone, but there's no barrel distortion on the flagship iPhone.
This looks like gold.
On the main sensor test, again, it's natural looking on iPhone 16 Pro, and you will have larger out of focus area because of the bigger sensor. But the colors on CMF Phone 2 Pro mimics what you can do on iPhone 16 Pro. I think both are color accurate, just a bit brighter on the CMF Phone.
Let's hear pop. Are you seeing clear? Are you seeing clear? Pop, pop. All the colors here.
We got zoom or telephotos on both phones, 2x on CMF Phone 2 Pro versus 5x on iPhone 16 Pro. We got cooler tone on CMF Phone and warmer on the iPhone.
Let me show you something that'll blow your mind.
And if we inspect the details on 5x, we got more details on iPhone 16 Pro.
I like where this is going.
Also, there's no dedicated macro on both phones, but iPhone 16 Pro uses the ultra-wide to get really good macro shots.
Make you look twice, make you look twice.
Now we're testing the video quality of both phones outdoors. So this is 1080p 30 FPS on CMF Phone 2 Pro and 4K 30 FPS, a proper 4K on iPhone 16 Pro. Today is a little bit cloudy looking at the sky, but you can see the white balance on both phones because of that. You can see the textures of the clouds as well. Look at the colors of the grass. I like the colors on iPhone 16 Pro, but CMF Phone 2 Pro is not so bad. Checking the autofocus and the stabilization. Alright, let's check the rear cameras. Now we're testing the rear camera starting with the ultra wide. So this is 4K 30 FPS on iPhone 16 Pro, and we have 1080p 30 FPS on CMF Phone 2 Pro. Look at the colors. I love the warmer look on CMF Phone 2 Pro and natural looking on iPhone 16 Pro, but you got better details on iPhone 16 Pro. Let's check the autofocus. I also like the colors of my skin on iPhone 16 Pro, and look at the background blur. Now let's check the video stabilization. Also, in terms of switching, you can switch to other sensors on iPhone 16. We can only switch on 1080p for CMF Phone 2 Pro, so I have to stop the recording to shoot the 4K video. Now the proper 4K begins at the main sensor, 4K 30 FPS. So the main sensor on CMF Phone 2 Pro can shoot 4K. That's the only sensor that can shoot 4K video recording. But with the price of CMF Phone 2 Pro, I would not complain. Looking at the colors, you got warmer and I think natural looking on iPhone 16 Pro compared to a cooler tone looking at the clouds right there on CMF Phone 2 Pro. But checking the grass, warmer on iPhone 16 Pro. Let's check the autofocus. Again, I like the colors on iPhone 16 Pro, and you have more details on iPhone 16 Pro. Let's check vlogging. So this is what you would look like vlogging on these two phones. Which phone do you think is better in terms of autofocus? Is my face focus on both phones? Let's check video stabilization. So I'm shaking the phones a bit here. No, just straight up. And we also have 2x optical zoom on CMF Phone 2 Pro. This is 8 megapixel versus lossless crop on iPhone 16 Pro. Let's check the quality. A bit over sharpened on CMF Phone 2 Pro. Looking at the leaves. And again, natural looking iPhone 16 Pro. But we also have 5x on iPhone 16 Pro. So we got a 4-door telephoto, but we're cropping in on 5x for CMF Phone 2 Pro. So this is the video quality. Make sure they're both focused. So now you would see that CMF Phone 2 Pro is over sharpening the video compared to iPhone 16 Pro. And looking at the 4D zoom, we got 15x on iPhone 16 Pro and 6x on CMF Phone 2 Pro. In terms of video quality, I would go with the natural looking iPhone 16 Pro. Look at that bokeh or subject separation. Really nice on iPhone 16 Pro. Again, switching back to the main sensor, I think iPhone 16 Pro is better generally, but is it worth it for the price tag? Starting with the ultra-wide on night shot, you got better details looking at the grass on iPhone 16 Pro. Also, it is better exposed.
Can't stop it, can't handle it, can't fight it.
On pitch black condition, we got better exposure on iPhone 16 Pro.
Go, people stopping. We the whole party, yeah, we popping.
On the main sensor, a bit of autofocus issue on CMF Phone 2 Pro, maybe because it's also handheld, but you got a sharp image on iPhone 16 Pro.
Who wanna lose it? Who wanna lose it? 3, 2, 1. Who wanna lose your minds?
On pitch black condition, you got a really good image on iPhone 16 Pro, good colors and exposure.
3, 2.
We also have good telephoto night shots on both phones. You got an acceptable image quality on CMF Phone 2 Pro, and iPhone 16 Pro has a lot of details. On pitch black, you got brighter and more colorful iPhone 16 Pro. Now we're testing the low light video on both phones, CMF Phone 2 Pro versus iPhone 16 Pro. So this is 4K 30 FPS on the latest iPhone and 1080p 30 FPS on CMF Phone 2 Pro. In terms of video quality, I mean, you really have a good detailed 1080p on CMF Phone 2 Pro. You can buy four CMF Phone 2 Pro and a single iPhone 16 Pro. Also looking at the background, I think you got better background on iPhone 16 Pro. It's sharper and less noise compared to the budget phone CMF Phone 2 Pro. I think that's it for the selfie video recording. Now let's check the rear cameras. Now we're testing the ultra-wide 0.6x on CMF Phone 2 Pro versus 0.5x on iPhone 16 Pro Max. So wider on the latest iPhone in terms of the resolution 1080p. Also on CMF Phone 2 Pro versus 4K on iPhone 16 Pro Max. We have a greenish tint on CMF Phone 2 Pro. But again, for the price you pay, is the ultra-wide acceptable on CMF Phone 2 Pro? Leave your comment down below. Now let's check the main sensor. Now we're testing the main sensor on both phones. Proper 4K video recording on CMF Phone 2 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max. We also have 60 FPS on the iPhone. We got 48 megapixel on the 16 Pro Max and 50 megapixel 1/1.57-inch sensor on CMF Phone 2 Pro. In terms of video quality, I would accept the greenish look on CMF Phone 2 Pro. It's really good on the budget phone. Again, for a single iPhone, you can buy 4 CMF Phone 2 Pro. So I would take this video quality on low light for the CMF Phone 2 Pro. Now we're testing the zoom of both phones. So this is 2x lossless crop on iPhone 16 Pro, and we have 2x telephoto on CMF Phone 2 Pro. Now let's switch to 5x. Now this is the 5x zoom on both phones. So we have 5x optical zoom on iPhone 15 Pro Max, longer telephoto on the iPhone, and we have 5x optical, or rather 5x digital crop on CMF Phone 2 Pro. So we're just cropping in on the 50 megapixel sensor. I think that's it for our low light video test. Now let's check the video resolution. And this is the video resolution test starting with CMF Phone 2 Pro. We have 4K recording on the main sensor. And we also have 4K video recording on iPhone 16 Pro. I'm actually flexing the selfie camera right now because you can do 4K on all the sensors for the iPhone. If we talk about the camera performance of these two phones, just the camera only, is it worth it to buy iPhone 16 Pro, or you can save a lot of money for CMF Phone 2 Pro? Leave your comment down below, and as always, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.